back everyone to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons, the linked game. So, last episode, Maverick transferred a bunch of his stuff from Labrynna over to Holodrome here. And he's getting ready to head to the first dungeon, the Gnarled Root dungeon. First he's going to head back to the mayor's house here. And he's going to be a good citizen and blow up one of the mayor's walls, right in front of the mayor. That's not very heroic. But I guess in this game it doesn't matter. You can just go into people's houses, destroy their pots, blow up their walls, steal their treasures. They don't care. It's not like some of the future Ultima games like Ultima 4, 5, and 6 where there's a virtue system where you can't be going around and doing stuff like that. A Gnarled root? Go straight from here. I'm sure I saw one there. Go with caution. Yeah, we're gonna go instead with a green ring, which, like I said, increases our offense and defensive powers. That's gonna make this dungeon pretty cake, because some of the enemies that would normally take 2 hits will now just take 1. Also help us speed up defeating the boss. So this is almost like level 1 in the first Legend of Zelda game. You had to cross a bridge to get to an island, and you walked into a tree to get to the dungeon. When we get the map, is pretty much the same shape. It's the little eagle shape. Return light to unlit torches. And just like in the Legend of Zelda, the first dungeon, there's a block you had to push, and it allowed you to meet with an old man who gave you a clue. There's some unlit torches there, but we don't have anything to light them. We will get an ember satchel though, a seed satchel I mean. It has ember seeds in it, and once we get that, that's the item of this dungeon, we'll be able to light those torches. The game is really nice. As soon as it gives us that ember seed, the seed satchel, pretty much warps us to a room we have to use them in. We got the dungeon map here. Let's head on up. With the green ring, quick, we can defeat these guys in 1 hit normally, which is the wooden sword. They were split into 2 smaller pieces, like the Zols and Gels. Zols are the big ones, and then they split into little gels in the first base Legends of the game. But now that we have the green ring, it basically acts like we have a better sword. Push that block, this opens the door over here. We gotta push some more blocks over here, and I end up pushing the wrong ones. So yeah, I end up getting stuck, but luckily, there's like the reset fairy. As soon as you leave a room, turn back in, and everything resets. You just when we're leaving this room, make sure that you don't step out of the doorway. If you step out of the doorway, then the door will lock behind you, and you'll have to push that block and avoid those 2 traps. I mean, they're not hard to avoid, but, be safe. Up this way. Hit the switch. Now see the train tracks, the minecart tracks down there. They shifted. So now instead of taking us back to the room near the beginning of the dungeon, where we first found the minecart, we'll be able to ride it through the door on the east. So you hop on the minecart. Now we're not going to go down because you just switched the tracks. We're going to head to the east. If you didn't buy bombs at the village store, it's okay because that treasure chest we just passed up, that contains bombs. And bombs are going to be needed to progress through this dungeon because you can't see it, but on the upper ledge there'll be a crack in the wall, and that'll take us forward to the item we need to get. And like level 1 in the base Legend of Zelda game, the first Legend of Zelda game, it's in the basically the eagle's head. They'll also mimic the the item rooms from the Legend of Zelda. There'll be like a diamond shape with blocks, and then you have to push one of the blocks to access the staircase in the middle. Now I'm kind of living dangerously with these traps. That's okay because I know there's going to be a fairy in here, in this bush. Just be careful, that gold trap is really quick. And now we have the mini-boss. Every dungeon is going to have a boss and a mini-boss. After we defeat the mini-boss, a portal appears. Normally the portal takes you back to the beginning of the dungeon. But this one actually will take us kind of in the middle of the dungeon instead. It'll take us to a room where there will be 2 unlit torches. So the game is nice. It puts you back in that room, basically telling you we can light those torches with these ember seeds that the seed satchel contains. So it's going to put you back into a room where you are told what you need to do in the room, and right after they give you an item which will basically solve the puzzle in that room. I just got to solve this puzzle and push the right block. There we go. So we're going to head into this portal. And over to our left, there we see unlit torches. Use the old man's advice to light unlit torches, and it opens the door. There's also Mr. Wright in Huan Village. I went to his house and blew up his wall to get some money in his backyard. And he was saying that it's too dark to to read his book. So can somebody light my torch? We'll be able to do that and start off the trading sequence in this game. Forgot I gotta push the block. Now, we were in this room earlier to get a key. Now we have the ember seeds. We can light the torches and proceed on to meet my favorite enemies in the game, the floor masters. Yeah, I always said, of course I'm sarcastic there. But luckily they are not too bad, at least in this dungeon. They're right, even though if they touch you, they take you back to the beginning, but as you can see, this dungeon is very small, so I didn't really have to cover a lot of ground. But they're sneaky. In the first Legend of Zelda, they just, they only came out of the wall, and they only appeared out of the wall when you were touching a wall. So like you touched a wall, and that would summon the mountain. They moved really, really slow. They stuck to the wall, so they were really easy to avoid. The only time they were ever trouble was if, like, say you were in a room with a bubble, and the bubbles could take your sword away from you temporarily. Other than that, they were just like easy joke monsters. And here's our first boss, who's kind of a joke, Aquamentus. All these bosses and seasons are, well, most of the bosses and seasons are going to be updates of the bosses from the original Legend of Zelda. But they have a new gimmick to them. In this one, Aquamentus' gimmick is he can charge at you, and in addition to shooting fireballs, and he's not vulnerable in his entire body, he's only vulnerable on his horn. So, took out Aquamentus. He was the first boss in the Legend of Zelda. He was also the boss of Dungeon 7. We'll have a different dragon for this game's bosses 7. Well, we got the first essence of nature, the fertile soil. Ah, it's me, the Maku Tree. Some of the fertile soil has come to me. 2. I always feel stronger. Oh, in my dreams, I saw the Temple of Seasons in a strange land I do not know. There I saw a precious item that will aid you, Maverick. That is all I can see now. Alright, well, let's go get some money. With the ember seeds, we can start burning down bushes. And look, it's Maple. She's back on her broom. Remember, in Labrynna, after a while, Maple started riding a vacuum cleaner. And she was able to vacuum cleaner. She was able to pick items up off the ground quicker. Now in this game, after a while, she's going to upgrade that broom into a UFO that, instead of sweeping or sucking things up like the broom and vacuum respectively, the UFO uses like a tractor beam. so it picks up stuff really fast. Hopefully we'll get like the hug container off of Maple before she gets that UFO, but we'll see. Now what I want to do is I need to get a few more rupees. Imp has retreated into this house. Where can the Temple of Seasons be hidden? Does no one have a clue? Maverick's brother Data knows where the season of the Temple of Seasons is hidden because he already beat this game. This guy says he's a strange girl in a weird garb with a ribbon to the east. So when I want to buy everything in this shop, that ring is just a random ring. The one in the middle is the advanced, nature ring, the Game Boy Nature ring. And that's the one that's only available in the season, so I'm going to want to buy that one. We'll be able to get that shortly. We can get another one of those old men in this village. They'll give us 100 rupees. And that'll allow us to buy that ring. But I'm trying to, before I get that, I want to try to get 30 rupees, because that'll allow me to buy the wooden shield from the shop. Not under those bushes, but I like to burn them anyway. So that's on my OCD. And sometimes there's treasure under the bushes. 1 rupee. Just, I think it's been very stingy with the rupees. Getting like nothing. Amongst which I had double joy ring that doubles everything. The gold joy ring. I have it, but I don't have it equipped. Even though a ring box. You get onto a flower, you can shoot the cliff too. It works only in spring when flowers bloom, so I'm getting my fill of it. We'll have to use some of those flowers later on to actually access dungeons and new locations. So it's a good clue that kid gave us that they only work in the spring. Once we get to the Temple Seasons, Maverick will be able to alter some of the seasons a little bit with that special item that he's going to find down there. And, but he'll only be able to do it like 1 season at a time. Temple of Seasons, if you've watched the Data's playthrough, you know, has the 4 seasons, but you can't, even though you can access the temple, you won't be able to access each individual season. There's usually some little puzzle that you have to solve, and you won't necessarily have all the things you need to solve the puzzle the first time you go. So here's that other old man I talked about who will give us 100 rupees. And with that we can buy the nature ring. And get 1 more ring closer to getting those 64 rings. So let's light his fire. Splendid, I can finally focus. Here, take this coconuts. You got a coconuts. It's the result of many years of cocoa research. And to the east of level 1, the Gnarled Root Dungeon, there is a girl who is raising cuckoos. Actually, it's her father, Talon, who, if you played Link's Awakening, he was the guy who looked like Mario and was always looking for mushrooms. Well, he's back in Holodrum here. You know, look, no matter how much I call her, my precious mittens won't come down. If only had her favorite treat, fish. And just like in Link's Awakening, Talon's gonna be out exploring, and we're gonna have to interact with him eventually. Right now, I'll just interact with his daughter. My dad, Talon, went to climb Mount Coco, so I have to care for our hands. But there's so much I don't know. So let's give it the Cocodex. Say, is that a Cocodex? That would be a big help. May I have it? Sure. Really, thank you. Take this. It's a long egg. These eggs are all the rage of cute girls. So that's a clue. You know, who will want. Obviously, it's going to be a girl who's going to want that long egg. And if you read the text when we ran into Maple, Maple was like, she mentioned, she's like, you don't have a lawn egg. She's like, they're all the rage with the girls these days. So next time we run into Maple, it's going to be a unique encounter in that she won't drop anything, and we'll just drop our lawn egg, and then she'll take that and leave something behind for us. So praise this, plays our rings. I'm gonna get some money from this one because we already have it. The chances, like I said, that most of these rings we already have. So right now, Maverick has 47 of the 64 rings, so 16 more to go. You know the Hellstones? Yes! I knew it, that's common knowledge now. Do you know the Hellstones? Then I'll teach you. Hellstones are mystic statues that give advice when a certain seed is placed on them. That'll be the next seed that we get, the mystery seeds. It'll be a while until we get them. Maybe another episode or two. But it won't be any time until we get this Game Boy Nature ring. And this is actually the 47th ring. Like I said, we have 46 right now. This will be our 47th ring. 17 more to go then. I was preemptively counting this ring. So you could say, I guess I counted my chickens before they hatched. Oh, I counted my cocos before they hatched. They hatched out of that lawn egg. Well, no, Coco's gonna like I said, hatch out of that one, because that egg is going to Maple when we run into her. Maple appears every 30 enemies you defeat. Wait, young traveler. Oh, wandering prophet, Sokra. Ah, I feel it. Spring, summer, autumn, winter. The four spirits are calling you. Make no mistake, the Temple of Seasons is still hidden in this world. If you can find the temple, then pay a visit to the spirits who live there. Surely they can help. Farewell. Run down some bushes, and that'll allow us to access the eastern woods. Where apparently that one guy said they saw a strange looking girl with a ribbon. Oh, the Temple of Seasons, Maverick. A precious item. It will aid you. So, he hasn't grown enough yet. He hasn't gotten any of the much essences of nature recovered. I think after the second dungeon, he will have grown enough, thanks to those essences of nature, that there'll be that little cave built into him, and that's where we can start trading some secrets. And there's a heart container piece up there, but we can't reach it yet. We can go up this staircase, and then out up another one, and that'll get us to the windmill guy here. Go around, go around. If I could just oil it, it would go around more quickly. So yeah, he's basically the second to last step of basically in the trading sequence game. We'll have to get oil and give it to him. Give that out. Also, there'll be another character with him later on in the game that'll give us another secret. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm going to save here. And I'll be back, like I said, in the next episode to do more explorations of these winter woods. Take care, have a good one. Thanks for following along. Have a good day. Bye.